Yes. Welcome back to Dumb Crimes and Criminals. I am your host, Rick. We back in the building. We are back in the building. You're now tuned in to the funniest true crime podcast in the world. We are here. First episode back. New year. You know, we're gonna come in with some new energy. You know, we're trying to build the platform. So, again, if you're listening to my voice right now, do me a favor. Leave a comment. Follow the pages. Everything going to be in the description. You know what I'm saying? Interact with the podcast. Let's grow this thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a new year. Let's grow. This is the funniest true crime podcast in the world. It ain't many podcasts like it. Let's get this podcast the proper shine that it deserves to have. I definitely appreciate that. My numbers is growing. My listeners is growing. So I definitely want to keep that going. And, yeah, man, we here, man. Like I said, first episode back. New year. I hope everybody enjoyed their holidays. You know, spending time with your family and doing all the holiday activities. And hope your New Year's is starting off right. You know, I didn't really make no New Year's resolutions. My only New Year's resolution was just to get to it. You know, do everything that I say I'm going to do. Do it when I say I'm going to do it. Grow my podcast platforms. You know what I'm saying? Just like really put my head down and really get to it. Also, I got to definitely work on my video. You know, got my camera. Literally just got my light. 2 days ago, I think my light came in. So later on, I'm going to play with that so I can start bringing y'all some visuals. You know, just put some content up on the YouTube channel and all that. But, you know, I'm just really trying to get to it, man. You know, 2024, let's get to it. You know, you really could get to it at any time. You don't have to wait for a particular time to get to it. You don't. You could just wake up and get to it. And from that day forward, just do whatever it is you're trying to do. You know, the beginning of the year is really like just it's an easy reset. You know, January being the first month, it's an easy reset. But, you know, set your goals, accomplish your goals, write your goals down, do whatever you need to do to get to it. You know, only difference between you and the people that may have things that you have is they got to it. Real talk. That's the same thing with me. Same thing with me. You know what I'm saying? I want a Maybach. I look at Maybachs on YouTube. Like, that's my favorite car. I want a Maybach. All right, so the people that got Maybachs, only difference between me and them is they did whatever they had to do to get the Maybach, right? We got the same hours in a day. I'm never going to be the one that say, oh, I can't get no Maybach. I can get a Maybach. I just got to figure out my path to get that Maybach. You dig? So y'all do the same thing, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, we back in the building. We're going to do... You know, this story right here, man, you know, this is a shoplifting story. You know, we've all shoplift. You know what I'm saying? We've all shoplift. We all done some shoplifting. You know, I used to shoplift, you know, when I was a teenager, a young kid. You know, you run in the store, you grab some, you know what I mean? You grab some, you grab some candy and all that, and, you know, you do what you do. You know, I think that's everywhere. I think that's everybody. Everybody's done that. You know, let me see. Matter of fact, you know what's crazy? I had shot the Walmart, right? Because I forgot what I was looking for, but matter of fact, while I was in there, I had said, yo, you know what? I need a phone case, because I had this blue phone case, and, you know, I don't know. I'm particular about my phone. Like, I don't like a dirty phone case. I don't like scratched up screens and all that. Like, I'm real particular with my phone. Like, I like my phone to be neat. I got all my apps together. Everything ain't like, you know what I'm saying? I got my shit colored. Like, I'm a phone guy. Like, I like my phone to be looking neat, clean, everything. You know what I'm saying? Organized. Like, you know, some people, they get their phone, they got apps everywhere, so you got to scroll through 5-6 pages to find one app and this and that. Now I got my apps all in categories and all that, right? So I'm like, yo, I'm going to get another case. So I went and I picked up me and my wife a case. Now, the cases, I just put the case in my pocket, right? It was literally like it was wrapped in like 2 single cases. So it wasn't big. I didn't need a bag. I just put the case in my pocket. I had the receipt in my other pocket. Matter of fact, I had the receipt like in my hand, but I had my hand in my jacket pocket, right? So I'm walking out the store. Now, as I'm walking out the store, this dude say, yo, what's that? Right? Now, mind you, I kind of keep walking because I didn't really pay attention to it. And then he's like, yeah, excuse me, what's that? And I look, and I'm like, oh, he's talking to me. So I stopped. I'm like, what's what? And he pointed. He was like, he pointed to my pocket. And I'm like, phone cases. He's like, I'm gonna need to see a receipt for that. You got a receipt for that? I'm like, you mean this? And I showed him the receipt. And I'm looking at dude. I'm like, yo, my man, like, you really think I need to come in here and steal 2 phone cases? You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. People steal and they steal, pointless shit that you might not think a person will steal. So I'm really looking at this dude. I'm like, yo, first and foremost, if you could see, I had a big jacket on, right? Like, it was only a piece of the damn phone case showing. Like, seriously, you really had to be clocking me to even notice that shit. And I think that's what kind of offended me, because I'm looking at him like, do I look like I need to come in here and steal? You understand what I'm saying? Like, that was my attitude. I understand he was doing his job, but I felt like he was already looking at me in a negative way, because if you weren't paying that hard or that much close attention to me, you wouldn't have seen these phone cases. I have a big jacket on, and the phone cases was like in my pocket. Literally, it was like maybe like not even an inch of like the actual case sticking out my pocket. And the way I walk, like the way my hands are, you had to be hawking me. Like, you really had to be hawking me. Damn near following me. Like, you understand what I'm saying? To even notice these 2 little raggedy ass phone cases. And I'm like, yo, my man. And I think I did say, I do not need to steal no phone case, my man. You know what I'm saying? Like, but, it's neither here nor there. But I said all that to say, we all had our little, run-ins with the shoplifting. So today's story is a 62-year-old woman caught shoplifting at Walmart during a shop with a cop event in Ann Arbor, Michigan. 75 police officers was present during the event where children shopped with police officers for the holidays. 75 people is a lot. All right. So that means listen, just think about it. 75 people is a lot. It may not sound like a lot, but if you go in a room with 75 people, you're going to be like, oh, shit. Now, think about 75 people spread out. If you go in Walmart and there's 75 cops in there, that means everywhere you look, you're going to see a cop for the most part, because 75 cops spread out walking all around the store. Everywhere you look is going to be a cop. Right? Now, Walmart staff alerts the participation officers that the woman was attempting to steal $700 worth of merchandise. Not only did you go to Walmart on a day that they was doing shop with a cop for the holidays, you went in there stealing. Now, I'm not sure if this lady, knew. Maybe she was like, oh, okay, they're going to be preoccupied and they're not going to think that nobody's going to steal because it's crawling with police officers. So maybe she said, yo, you know what? This is the perfect time. While the cops is in here, I'm going to get my steal on. You know why? Because who in their right mind is going to go into the store and start stealing with 75 police officers walking around? So maybe that was her sentiment. Doesn't specify what she was trying to steal, but $700 worth of anything is a lot of things, right? Especially in Walmart. What are you trying to steal for that $700? It ain't no one item you can go in there and just discreetly steal for $700, right? What you trying to walk out there with a 65-inch? Like, that's the only thing that you could physically walk out with, right? What is in Walmart? That's $700. That's one thing that you could discreetly steal. I don't think it's not one thing that's cost $700 in Walmart that you could discreetly steal if it ain't a TV. You can't get the PlayStations if they ever have any, or Xbox or something like that, or no games, right? Because they're locked up. You can go get DVDs and shit, but DVDs ain't really, and to steal $700 worth of DVDs, that's not, you need a bag for that, or a cart, because the DVDs is like $5. You need a bag, a cart or something. You can't just go and steal $700 worth of DVDs, or even the on sale PlayStation games. Would that be $19? You can't go steal $700 worth of them discreetly. You can do it, but it won't be discreetly. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if you hit the toy section, $700 worth of toys, that can't be done discreetly. You're not getting no bike out of there discreetly. You're not getting no kitchen appliance out of there discreetly. You're not getting clothes out of there discreetly. That's mad piles of clothes. $700. Right? What the hell was this lady trying to steal that amounted to $700? I want to know. I want to know. This is what I'm saying. Like, you can't just, look, man. Hey, man, I don't know. Maybe that was her get down. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe she just was like, yo, today shop with a cop, and I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna shop for myself. Now, Walmart associates alert the police. A trooper followed her to a vehicle parked next to a patrol vehicle. Where the fuck? Like, yo, listen, this is another thing. So a cop they told the cops, right? So they basically, let her do what she do, and they just followed her out to a car. She was parked next to a patrol car. It's 75 cops in there. Do you know what that parking lot looked like when she pulled up? Just think about it. It's 75 police officers walking around Walmart. When you pull into a Walmart parking lot and see fucking 75 police cars, even if it's 60 police cars, you're gonna think something happened in Walmart. Like, what possessed this lady to continue to take her ass into the store and start stealing? What made you still take your ass into the store and start stealing after you, not only did you see a parking lot full of police cars, you went inside Walmart and saw a Walmart full of police cars. You understand what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing? Like, real talk. What are we doing, people? We gotta be more. We gotta be more together, man. Like, this is just wildness, man. This is for real. This is wildness, man. They said the plan was so stupid, it's actually stupid. Oh, man. Woman, yo. People made jokes, man. They said, yo, go to Target. You know what I mean? Go to Target. Because, hey, man, all the cops is at Walmart. Go to Target. But, like I said, man, I don't think this lady cared about that. I do think she had a motive when she went in there, man, because, I look at it like this. If you're going to do something illegal, right, 9 times out of 10, when you leave your house, you already know what you're about to do, right? Like, if you know you're going to rob a bank Monday, that's not something you just decide to do, in my opinion. That's not something that you just decide to do as you're driving past PNC. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not just, pardon me, you're not just randomly driving past the bank and be like, yo, you know what? I'm about to run in that bank and rob it. No, man, you planned this. You know, I don't think she was like, oh, you know what? I got to go to Walmart, and then pulled up in the Walmart parking lot, seen all the cops, and was like, I'm going to steal out of here. No, you drove to Walmart with the intention to steal already, and you didn't let a parking lot full of police cars deter you from doing that. That's the part that I can't wrap my brain around. You drove to Walmart with the intent on stealing, got to the parking lot, seen nothing but cop cars, and didn't change your mind about stealing, or even going to another Walmart, or even going to another store. That wasn't a sign. That wasn't a sign for you. That you cannot tell me that was not a sign. You went to Walmart. It was flooded with police cars. Yo, there's your sign to say, let me take my ass back home, because what I need is not worth me going to jail about. You understand what I'm saying? That's the part right there. You shopped with a cop, all right? You definitely shopped with a cop, man. That's the wild part. Like, it didn't deter you. We got to do better. You know, you got to make better decisions. You know what I'm saying? I don't condone stealing. I don't condone doing illegal things, you know, but if you're going to go to, you know, Walmart or Target and steal, I don't think it's a good idea to steal while the place is flooded with cops. You understand what I'm saying? Now, that is today's episode. Again, you know, it's 2024, and I'm not saying I want to. I'm going to grow. All right, we're gonna grow this podcast together. Like I said, man, my viewership is going up. You know, my following is going up, and you know, I definitely appreciate that. You know, I'm gonna probably touch on that every episode, because I really like to come in here and talk and bring y'all these crazy stories about, you know, dumb crimes and criminals. So in order for me to do that, we got to keep this thing growing. You know, like I say, and I said it before, I'm gonna keep saying it, man. If you're listening to this podcast, you like it, just spread the word. You know, I'm old school. I still believe in word of mouth. You know, word of mouth goes a long way. So please spread the word. Help me spread the word about the podcast. If you're listening to the podcast, wherever you're listening to the podcast at, man, drop a comment, drop a like, interact with the podcast. You know, don't just listen to the podcast, interact with the podcast, spread the word about the podcast. Let's put this podcast where it need to be. There ain't too many podcasts, if any, like what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? It's me. I came across like one other podcast that's similar, but she, you know, I'm not one of them that's gonna, I don't hate and I don't do all that, but we different. You understand what I'm saying? I don't see no podcast doing what I'm doing like how I'm doing. Therefore, I feel like this podcast should be amongst the top podcasts, you know? And that's a goal for mine. That's a journey for mine. And I want to bring y'all on that journey with me as we reach that level. You understand what I'm saying? My name is Rick. Follow me on Instagram at Rick_BHR. Follow the podcast page. You know, I just started that up not too long ago, you know, so that, you know, I could use some followers. It's f.t.h_media on Instagram. All the information will be in the description of this podcast. I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me. We out.